FX McIntyre?
Wait, hold it. Wait a minute. We didn't hear Frank's answer. We don't know if he's here.
Of course I'm here.
The real reason why these actors left MASH, the show MASH was a big hit, capturing hearts and minds with its blend of comedy and drama, but behind the scenes not everything was smooth sailing. Some of the key actors who seemed like they would stay forever suddenly left the show. What made them walk away from such a successful series? Today we'll uncover the real reasons behind their departures and how these decisions changed the course of their careers and the show itself. Get ready to dive into the untold stories of the actors who left MASH and why they made that choice. MASH, a beloved TV show, is a comedy drama series that aired from 1972 to 1983. Set during the Korean War, it follows the lives of the staff at the 4077th Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. These doctors, nurses and support staff work tirelessly to provide medical care to wounded soldiers. The show's unique mix of humor and serious moments captivated audience, making it a timeless classic. The main character of MASH is Captain Benjamin Hawkeye Pierce, portrayed by Alan Alda. Hawkeye is a talented surgeon with a sharp sense of humor. Other key characters include Captain Trapper John McIntyre, Major Margaret Hot Tips Houlihan, and Major Frank Burns. The show also features Corporal Radar O'Reilly, Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake, and later Colonel Sherman T. Potter. The first season introduces the characters and their daily struggles in a war zone. The tone is a blend of comedy and serious moments, with the doctors often using humor to cope with the horrors of war. Each episode features a mix of medical emergencies, personal dramas, and light-hearted moments. In the second season, more depth is added to the characters. Hawkeye and Trapper continue to pull pranks and challenge authority. Major Houlihan and Major Burns often try to enforce military discipline, creating tension. The show balances laughter with the grim reality of war. By the third season, MASH starts to tackle more serious issues. Episodes address topics like the ethics of war, the impact of violence, and the personal cost of combat. The season ends with a shocking twist. Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake is killed when his plane is shot down, showing the unpredictability of war. The fourth season sees new changes. Trapper leaves and Captain B.J. Honeycutt joins the team. Colonel Potter replaces Blake as the commanding officer. Potter is a seasoned and wise leader who quick gains the respect of the staff. This season focuses on how the characters adjust to these changes while continuing their work. In the fifth season, Major Charles Emerson Winchester III joins as a new surgeon. Hayes, skilled but arrogant, creating new dynamics within the group. The show continues to blend humor with serious themes, exploring the personal and professional lives of the characters. The sixth through 8th seasons maintain this balance. The characters face new challenges and grow closer. Episodes tackle into their backstories and personal struggles. The war's impact on their mental health becomes a recurring theme. The show also highlights the absurdities and contradictions of military life. The 9th and 10th seasons see the characters becoming more reflective. They start to think about life after the war. The tone of the show becomes more somber, reflecting the tough years spent in a war zone. Relationships deepen and there are moments of introspection and personal growth. The 11th and final season wraps up the series. The war is near its end and the characters prepare to go home. The final episode, Goodbye, Farewell and Amen, is a 2.5-hour special. It shows the end of the Korean War and the staff of the 477th saying their goodbyes. Each character's departure is emotional, highlighting the bonds they have formed throughout its run. MASH was praised for its writing, acting, and ability to address serious issues with humor. The show won numerous awards and remains a classic. It is remembered for its unique blend of comedy and drama and its thoughtful exploration of the human side of war. MASH achieved something remarkable. It was of its time, yet it remains relevant for all time. The absurdity of restoring human life only to send soldiers back into battle resonated with much of the American public, especially as the series debuted during the Vietnam War. This timeless quality has ensured that MASH continues to be appreciated by new generations of viewers. Despite the success of the show during its time, there are actors who actually left, and they have different reasons why. Mlan Stevenson LED in Colonel Henry Blake. Edgar Mlan Stevenson Jr., known professionally as Mlan Stevenson, was born on November 14, 1927 in Normal, Illinois. His family had a rich legacy in politics and medicine, but Stevenson charted his own course. His father was a cardiologist and his cousin Adlai Stevenson too ran for president twice. McLean's early years were filled with strong academic influences and a push towards prestigious careers, but he had different ambitions. Stevenson attended Lake Forest Academy for his Secondary education. He briefly served in the United States Navy, a stint that aligned with his family's tradition of public service. However, his passion lay elsewhere. After his service he enrolled at Northwestern University, where he graduated with a degree in theater arts. It was during his college years that he became a member of the Phi Gamma Delta fraternity, a connection that would later play a role in his early career. Despite his degree in theater, Stevenson's path to acting was far from straight. Forward held various jobs, including selling insurance and working as a press secretary for his cousin Adl's presidential campaign. These jobs, though unrelated to acting, helped him develop a broad skill set and a unique perspective that he would later bring to his performances. Stevenson's career into show business began in radio, where he hosted shows in Dallas. His smooth voice and charismatic personality quickly made him a local favorite, yet it was his writing skills that first garnered national attention. In the early 1960s he moved to New York City and began writing for The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. This gig was a significant break, exposing him to influential figures in the television industry. Stevenson's transition to acting was gradual. His cousin suggested he take acting more seriously, recognizing his potential for performance. In 1961 he enrolled in the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. This move proved pivotal as it provided him with formal training and a solid foundation in acting. He made his theatrical debut in The Musician and began appearing in television commercials, steadily building his portfolio. Stevenson's career-defining role came in 1972 when he was cast as Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake on the TV show MASH. Stevenson's portrayal of Henry Blake, the easygoing and somewhat bumbling commanding officer, resonated deeply with audiences. His character's humor and warmth brought a human touch to the harsh realities depicted in the show. MASH quickly became one of the most popular shows on television. Stevenson's performance was a standout, earning him a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1974. His role as Henry Blake was beloved by fans and critics alike, making him a household old name. Despite the show's success and his personal acclaim, Stevenson decided to leave MASH after the third season in 1975. His departure was driven by a combination of factors. Primarily, Stevenson felt that his character was underutilized. He believed he had more to offer and wanted roles that allowed him to showcase his talents more fully. Additionally, he was frustrated with the increasing focus on the characters played performed musical comedies. This experience likely played a role in sparking his interest in acting. Althoff did not pursue it immediately following his graduation. Rogers enlisted in the U.S. Navy, serving as a navigator aboard the USS Dina, a store ship. Rogers' time in the Navy was formative. It was during his military service that he began to develop a deeper interest in performance. This period also demonstrated his ability to commit to rigorous and disciplined environments, traits that would later serve him well in his acting career. After completing his service, Rogers decided to pursue acting seriously. He studied at the Neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater in New York City, where he learned under renowned acting coach Sanford Meisner. This training laid a solid foundation for his acting skills. However, the early years of his career were challenging. Rogers took on various odd jobs, including waiting tables, driving a cab, and working as a lifeguard to support himself while auditioning for roles. Rogers' early career involved small roles in television and film. He made his screen debut in the television series Search for Tomorrow in 1959 and appeared in the movie Odds Against Tomorrow the same year. Despite these early roles, his career did not take off immediately. He continued to take on small parts in various TV shows and movies throughout the early 1960s. Wayne Rogers' big break came in 1972 when he was cast as Captain Trapper John McIntyre in the television series MASH. Rogers' character, a thoracic surgeon, was the best friend and foil to the show's lead character, Captain Benjamin Hawkeye Pierce, played by Alan Alda. MASH was both a comedy and a drama, and it quickly became a huge hit. Rogers' portrayal of Trapper John was well received by audiences and critics alike. His character was known for his charm, wit, and strong sense of ethics. The chemistry between Rogers and Alda was a key part of the show's success. The duo's interactions brought humor and depth to the series, making it a beloved television staple. Despite the show's success, Wayne Rogers decided to leave MASH after its third season in 1975. His departure was primarily due to creative differences. Rogers felt that his character was being overshadowed by Alda's Hawkeye. He believed that Trapper JN was becoming less of a central figure and more of a sidekick, which was not the direction he wanted for his role. Rogers also had issues with the lack of character development for Trapper JN. He wanted more substantial storylines and equal footing with Alda's character, but the producers did not agree to these changes. This disagreement ultimately led to his decision to leave the show. His departure was significant and fans of the show were disappointed to see him go. After leaving MASH, Wayne Rogers continued to work in television and film. He appeared in various TV shows including House Calls, where he played Dr. Charlie Michaels. This role earned him a Golden Globe nomination, and demonstrated his versatility as an actor. Rogers also had roles in City of Angels and guest appearances in several other TV series and movies. One notable role was his portrayal of civil rights activist Morris Day in the television movie Ghosts of Mississippi. This role showcased Rogers' ability to take on more serious and dramatic parts, further solidifying his reputation as a talented actor. In addition to his acting career, Wayne Rogers was a successful businessman, an investor. His interest in finance began during his time on MASH, and he eventually managed his own investment portfolio. Rogers became known for his financial acumen and was given the nickname The Wizard for his expertise. He regularly appeared as a financial analyst on the Fox News Channel's program Cash and In, where he shared his insights on investments and the stock market. Rogers' success in the financial world was a sign of his intelligence and ability to excel in multiple fields. Wayne Rogers' personal life was as rich and varied as his professional career. He was married twice. His first marriage was to actress Mitzi McWhorter in 1960. The couple had 2 children, a son named William Rogers IV and a daughter named Laura Rogers. Although they formally divorced in 1983, they had been living separately for several years prior. In 1988, Rogers married Amy Hirsch. This marriage lasted until his death. Rogers was also rumored to have had a son named Luigi Calibra with actress Melinda Nod. Wayne Rogers passed away on December 31, 2015 due to complications from pneumonia. He was 82 years old. His death marked the end of a remarkable career that spanned over 5 decades. Rogers left behind a legacy of memorable performances and was remembered as a talented actor and a savvy businessman. Larry Linville. Major Frank Burns. Larry Linville, an actor best known for his role as Major Frank Burns in the iconic TV series MASH, was born on September 29, 1939 in Ojai, California. Raised in Sacramento, California, Linville attended El Camino High School. His early years hinted at a promising future in performance, but it wasn't until later that his passion for acting truly flourished. After high school, he enrolled at the University of Colorado, initially studying aeronautical engineering. However, Linville's interests soon shifted towards the performing arts, leading him to apply to the prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, or RADA, in London. To his delight, he was accepted, becoming one of only 3 Americans to receive a scholarship. At RADA, Linville honed his acting skills, immersing himself in a rigorous curriculum that emphasized classical training. This foundation would be crucial in shaping his future career. After completing his studies, Linville returned to the United States, where he began his professional journey on the stage. Linville's early career was marked by various stage productions and guest roles on television shows. He performed with the Barter Theater in Abington, Virginia, under the guidance of the theater's founder Robert Hufford Porterfield. This experience allowed Linville to develop his craft further and gain valuable stage experience. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, Linville started to make a name for himself in television. He appeared in several popular shows of the era, including Bonanza, The FBI, and Room 222. These roles helped establish Linville as a versatile actor capable of taking on a variety of characters. His big break, however, came in 1972 when he was cast as Major Frank Burns in the television series MASH. On MASH, Larry Linville's portrayal of Major Frank Burns became a significant part of the show's success. Frank Burns was a bumbling, arrogant, and somewhat paranoid surgeon who served as a foil to the main characters Hawkeye Pierce and Trapper John McY and later BJ Hutt. Linville's performance added a distinct mix of humor and tension to the show, making Frank Burns a memorable character. Frank Burns was often the target of practical jokes and verbal barbs from his colleagues. Linville's ability to portray Frank's incompetence and insecurities made him a standout character on the show. Despite his character's flaws, Linville brought a certain depth to Frank Burns, showcasing his vulnerabilities and adding layers to his persona. Despite the success of MASH and his popularity on the show, Larry Linville decided to leave after the 5th season in 1977. His departure was motivated by several factors. One significant reason was Linville's feeling that his character had become too one-dimensional. Frank Burns was mainly used for comic relief and was often portrayed was to Kate Gear, with whom he had a daughter named Kelly. He later married Vanna Tribby, Melissa Gallant, Susan Hagen, and Deborah Jiden. Linville's marriages reflected